Check it out. Welcome to Xenonauts 2. We are here for yet another glorious episode. Let's get it. Oh man, now look, check this out. If you don't know what Xenonauts 2 is, it's basically one of the most faithful recreations we got of the original XCOM games that came out in the 90s, XCOM UFO Defense to be specific. And this game takes that game and modernizing it in every way. Now this is part 2 of Xenonauts. Part 1 did a very great job at bringing that old XCOM feeling to life. In this game, Xenonauts 2 is just doing all of that stuff plus a lot of things better. They have a new developer. It's created by Gold Talk Interactive. The developer currently is Hooded Horse. Now this is an early access game. We don't typically feature early access games that aren't at least 90% complete on the channel, but you know what, with Xenonauts 2, this game is kind of special because I'm a huge fan of the XCOM franchise, and I was actually going to feature this game on the channel 3 separate times. I actually downloaded the demo twice for the Steam Next Fest, and I was going to feature it on our little Steam Next Fest events that we do, but it ended up not making the cut, and other games made the cut because I was more interested in playing this game without an event going on. So I decided to play the demo and create some content using just the demo with no event attached to it. That worked out. I noticed the demo was only 40 days worth of content, so that kind of had me a little shaky. And then I realized that they're going to release the game in early access in July, so I just held off on all of the content I created via the demo, and I just said, you know what, we'll wait for early access, we'll purchase the game, and here we are. Now we're here. Now look, like I said, we don't traditionally do early access games, but this is a game I played a ton of the demo. I really love the XCOM franchise, and these developers are really doing a great job with the faithful recreation. They have a decent roadmap here that you can check and see, you know, what they plan on doing in the future and what they've already done. I respect that. They also got some patch notes. They got their milestones. Everything is pretty good as far as the early access concern. It's pretty much the alpha build. But with all that out the way, I kind of just want to jump in, start a new game, and see how far we can get now. This isn't going to be the main Xenonauts 2 series, because trust me and believe me, we will do a full in-depth Xenonauts 2 series when this game releases out of early access. But just to show some love and to get that tactical gameplay in, we're going to start it up now in early access and just see what's going on. If we got any bugs to report, we're going to do that as well. So without further ado, with the long intro out the way, let's get right into some gameplay, shall we? All right. Oh man, this all looks great. What we're gonna do, we're gonna leave a lot of this stuff solid, just like it is. We're not gonna change anything. This is my first time playing this early access build, and I might change some other things and do another start. This is why I'm saying it's not gonna be a full playthrough. We might start this from scratch 2 or 3 episodes down the line. So just keep that in mind. We're gonna leave it on Soldier. We're gonna keep everything normal. And we also want to do the tutorial. We're going to make sure we do the tutorial. Introduction, yes. Begin campaign, absolutely. The Diamond Arrow. I like that name, the campaign name, but we'll go with DB4. The DB41 campaign. I know it's not as dope as Diamond Arrow, but bear with me here. Yeah, everything seems very similar to the demo. So let's get this going. We're not going to do Iron Man mode. We are going to do Iron Man playthrough during its early access. You better believe it. But for now, let's just keep it simple.
The year is 2009. The world teeters on the brink of nuclear war. Tensions between capitalist and communist nations are at boiling point. Every opportunity for peace has failed, as if an invisible hand inexorably steers humanity towards annihilation. We Xenonauts know the truth. The dark forces poisoning our politics are not human in origin, and we must protect our planet against this extraterrestrial threat however we can. After years spent gathering information on an enemy that few believe exist, we are finally ready to strike back. The war for our future begins now.
All right, here we go. We started up. Welcome to Xenonauts 2. In Xenonauts 2, you control a secret organization attempting to protect the world from an alien invasion. This short tutorial will explain the basic controls and the events leading up to the start of the campaign. Let's proceed. All right, we got some tooltips. This game featured nested tooltips that allow players to access further information when desired. Anywhere that you see a text link, simply hover over the link and it'll add additional tooltips. Hovering over the white link to proceed. Okay, nested tooltips can themselves be contracted. Links would spawn further nested tooltips. Yeah, click this link to proceed. It's basically a tooltip within a tooltip. I like that a lot. It gives you a lot of information. Even though all the information probably isn't there, it still gives you a decent amount. Well done, you've mastered nested tooltip. Lock onto the tooltip to proceed. All right, my work on our radar aware is now complete. Theoretically, we should now be capable of tracking any alien UFOs passing within radar range of this facilities. Thank God. It's not exactly been easy to borrow all the things we've been asking for. Hardly my concern. We must all achieve the impossible if we are to triumph over the extraterrestrials. Yes, very inspirational. So what's the plan now? We wait. An alien aircraft should pass within range in the next few days. At that point, the commander takes over. All right, radar range. The blue circle around your base indicates the radar range of that facility. UFOs flying into the area will be detected and then be attacked using intercepted aircraft. So this is basically the range of our radar. Anything flying within here is gonna detect it, and we get the opportunity to shoot it down. Game speed. The game is always running. This is a real-time game, but there's not really any pause section. You can just slow it down to like normal time, and you can speed it up to where days are passing in a few seconds. Geoscape. These buttons control the flow of time on the geoscape. Time is currently passing at the slowest speed, but as nothing is currently occurring, we should increase the flow of time until an activity occurs. Click the button for the fastest speed. Speed up time 4 times. And as you can see, we're already at day 2 in a few seconds. Geoscape anomalies. The 2 anomalies on the map signify hostile action. These are 2 anomalies that has raised local panic. They are not interactive, but may indicate the presence of a possible hidden problem in that affected region. At the start of the game, they are usually caused by clean activity. However, UFOs will also generate anomalies as they fly around the map. So this is basically letting you know that even though we don't have radar in these areas, we can still get a little bit of information on the anomalies. See, a prominent mayor was abducted by unknown masked figures over here by the Soviet Union. And the same thing happened around the same time in America, North America, near Chicago. So what that's basically telling us is we might want to start scouting this area eventually if this is going to keep up. All right. UFO detected. Your radar has detected a UFO. Shooting it down will prevent it from causing panic in the local region. It may spawn a UFO crash site tactical mission that allows you to recover valuable alien technology. Click the launch interceptors button to get your fighters ready for action. Now we have a UFO spotted. All we got to do is launch our interceptors. These are our 2 interceptors right here, our 2 fighter jets. Now this panel allows you to select the aircraft to be launched on the target. Up to 3 aircraft can be formed into a squadron, but you currently only have 2 aircraft. These have been selected for you automatically, so press the launch aircraft button to proceed. Let's do it. All right. Auto resolve combat. Your interceptors have reached the UFO and are ready to initiate air combat. In the final game, this tutorial will explain the basis of air combat, but that part of the game is currently relatively unpolished. So we will simply auto resolve the battle. Okay, auto resolve. All right, we took 83% damage on both, 83% fuel we have left on both of our interceptors. We have no armor. This one has 64 out of 100 health, 73 out of 100 health, and they used up about almost 20% of their weapons. So pretty good. Auto resolve combat. The UFO has successfully been shot down. If you are unhappy with this result, you could fight the battle manually and try to obtain a better result instead. We're going to accept this result. So it's telling us if we don't like this auto resolve, we could just say screw it, ignore that, and do it manually. I like that a lot. You don't see that in a lot of games. That's real good development. All right. The tactical mission is The tactical mission is any battle where your soldiers engage hostile forces in turn-based combat. UFO crash sites are commonly type of tactical mission that allow you to capture alien technology for your research efforts. Press the launch combat team button to launch a dropship transport aircraft toward the mission. This is our dropship launch aircraft. You can launch dropships in the same way as you launched your interceptors earlier. As your Skyhawk dropship is already selected, click the launch aircraft button to proceed. All right, tactical mission, launch dropship. We can go through our soldiers, but these dudes aren't going to be permanent, so let's just launch the ship. Tactical mission. This screen allows you to change the soldiers and equipment aboard the dropship being launched. However, let's simply press the launch dropship button and proceed to the tactical combat. That sounds ominous. It is. Every cleaner cell in the region is deploying tactical teams. No prizes for guessing where they're headed. Time for us to leave. Wonderful. Just what my research efforts need. I suggest you recall your soldiers, Commander. We need to hold a perimeter until everyone can get away. Indeed. Try not to get yourself killed. You seem less mediocre than your predecessor. Yeah, good luck, Commander. We're counting on you. The camber in tactical combat can be controlled in several ways. Move the mouse to the edge of the screen to scroll in that direction and press the arrow keys WASD. So you can just edge scroll with the mouse. We can WASD. Q and E keys are to rotate. Change the camera height by scroll wheel. All right. Now we're on to the next step. Timed units. That's these things right here, 60. Each unit in tactical combat uses time units to perform actions. These are refreshed each turn and are shared between all types of actions. For example, a soldier that spends all their time units on movement would be able to fire their weapons. Okay. It should say wouldn't. Because for instance, if I spend all of my time units on movement, I won't be able to fire my weapon for 14 time units, 21, 18, you know what I mean? So this should definitely say wouldn't. We found our first bug, people. Early access. Let's send this to the developers. We have a text error here. The number of time units that soldier has remaining is indicated by the green bar at the bottom of the UI. In this case, the soldier has 60 time units available. Here they come. Form up and hold the loading bay. Movement. You can plan a movement path for a soldier by left-clicking anywhere on the battlefield. That's planning the movement. Click the glowing tile to plan the movement path to that location. So it's telling us we're gonna move there. The number at the end of the movement path shows how many times unit the soldier will have remaining if they are to move to that location. Left-click the same tile in order to perform that action. Now it's letting us know when we move here, we're gonna have 20 remaining. It's not like it's gonna cost us 20, it's gonna cost us 40. And we're gonna have 20 left over. So that's very crucial to remember. That's not the amount it costs us to move, it's more or less the amount you're gonna be left with if you make that move. So very important. Alright, now let's talk about rotation. You can rotate a soldier without moving them by clicking anywhere on the battlefield. It costs 1 time unit for every 45 degrees of rotation performed. Rotate the soldier in the highlighted direction to proceed. Alright, now direction that you're facing is extremely important in this game. Like they said, for every 45 degrees is going to cost you 1 time unit. So because my soldier's facing this way, he can't really see anything on his side, so we have to just turn. In order to turn, just like if you want him to turn left, you would have to click anywhere in this direction and he'll turn 1 time unit that way. Or for instance, they want us to click here. There you go. His field of vision opened up and now we can see a little bit more. Finally, we should tell a soldier to crouch, making the soldier harder to hit. It costs 4 time units to crouch, but it also costs 4 time units to uncrouch. So be careful. If you're going to crouch, you don't want to be able to move again because it's going to cost you extra. All right, now press the crouch button to proceed. He crouched for 4 units. He got 16 left. Now we can just end our turn. Ending the turn will commence to the alien's turn, allowing the enemy to move and act. Once the enemy turn is complete, a fresh player turn will begin. If you have unassigned soldiers, the game will highlight them instead of ending the turn. Right click on the end turn button and it will skip this. Basically, if you haven't used any surges yet, it'll let you know like, hey, you probably want to make sure you use up your time units. Here are our soldiers. See, they're coming in using up their time units. Everybody's getting into position. Oh no, ambush. Attacking enemies. Hover your mouse over highlighted enemy to bring up the attack cursor. All right, this is this guy attacking here. The green number on the left of the crosshair indicates the time units the shot is going to cost. So it's going to cost us 28 time units to take this shot. The number on the right of the crosshair indicates the hit chance. 85% chance to hit. Click the enemy in order for your soldiers to attack. We hit him for 30 damage. Good stuff. You scored a hit, inflicted 30 damage. Weapons will inflict between 50 and 200% of their damage value with each hit, depending on the part of the body hit. Your soldier has enough time units to attack again, so fire a second shot at the same target. So yeah, he has enough time units, 32, he can fire again. Got him. Well done, you have successfully killed an enemy. As the soldier does not have enough time units to perform any further attacks, we will select the next soldier. Press space to make your current soldier interactive and automatically select the closest soldier next to him. All right, if we press space, it's going to go to the next soldier that has available time units. Simple. However, hover over the highlighted enemy. All right. The squares drawn between the shooter and the target represent the shot path. Those green squares and those yellow squares. The path is green where the weapons is within range. The path turns orange, or yellow in my case, where the weapons firing beyond its maximum range. Weapons have a lower hit chance and inflict reduced damage when you attack beyond the maximum range. So since this guy's beyond the yellow point, it's going to have a lower hit chance and it's going to reduce the amount of damage we do overall. So that's something to consider. Let's click the target to attack him anyway though. Unfortunately, your soldier missed their shot and inflicted no damage on the target. Press space to get to the next active soldier. All right, it's this guy. This soldier is armed with a shotgun, which is much more effective at close range. Move the soldier to the highlighted tile. Let's go. It's going to have 34 time units left. Let's go. Most weapons have several fire modes with varying accuracy and time unit cost. That's these things here, different fire modes. The most expensive fire mode is selected by default when targeting an enemy, as more expensive fire modes provide more accuracy per time unit spent. However, at this range, it would be preferable to fire 2 shots at lower accuracy due to the passive short-range hit chance bonus of this weapon. Hover over the target and use the right click to change the fire mode. So if we hover over them and then we right click, it's going to change how many time units we use in the mode of fire. So we actually want to use the less accurate mode of fire to get more shots off. So let's do that. All right, we missed everything, but still we get another shot. Although the shot had a hit chance, your soldiers still miss. Bad luck will happen in this game. And part of the challenge is learning how to best mitigate it when those occur, for sure. That's all about XCOM right there. Bad hit chances and whiffing shots, and then your soldiers getting killed right after that. Welcome to XCOM, folks, or welcome to Xenonauts. In this case, simply attack the target a second time. We hit everything. Thankfully, you did not have any more bad luck. Press space to select the next active soldier. All right, we got a sniper here. Hover over the highlighted target. All right. This has a low hit chance because there's a large interactive cover object in the shot path. As you can see, it's giving us 60% less accuracy just because that box is in the way. Okay, fully details the hit chance and calculated and shown on the bottom right hand of the screen. All the hit chance is full. All the details of the hit chance is on the bottom right, 32%, and it's telling you why. Only the highest interview cover value is used to reduce the hit chance. Any other cover or crouch units adjacent to the shooter are always ignored. So it's only going to consider the box as an obstruction, basically. Yeah. So if we was crouching, it wouldn't consider this box that we're crouching behind as like an obstruction. Most terrain in Xenonauts is destructible, something that players can use to their advantage. Select the highlighted soldier by clicking on him. So he wants to switch soldiers. Now he wants to free fire and destroy this box. Free fire mode soldiers will target anything they want. In this case, we can use this to destroy the interacting cover. Press control, hold down control to enter free fire mode. There we go. And then click to attack. Good, we destroyed the box. Now we get a clean shot with our sniper. Real dope. No, we gotta select our sniper now. All right, with the interactive cover destroyed, the shot against the highlighted comma has a very higher chip. Look, 81%. Take the shot. Yeah. Grenades can be effective in inflicting damage and removing cover in an area. Click the button on a demolition charge to select it at, okay. They want us to throw a demolition charge. It costs time units just like anything else. It's gonna cost us 30 time units. It's kind of expensive, but it has 100% accuracy if we throw it here. Perfect for hitting multiple targets and getting rid of cover simultaneously. Pretty good. Secondary weapons. All right, my soldiers lacks the sufficient time units to fire their main weapon, but the pistol in the secondary stock can still be fired. So let's actually switch to the pistol. And as you can see, it costs us 12 time units to fire or 16. All right, we can perform attack with the pistols, allowing them to finish off the wounded cleaner. 62% to hit this guy. Let's hit this guy. Got him. See, now as you see, switch your weapon, still get some shots off. Good work. Press spacebar to get the next guy. All right. Our final soldier has a decision to make. Their shotgun is relatively inaccurate at this range, and the target is behind heavy cover. Closing the distance and flanking the target might be beneficial. Using shot preview mode would allow you to make a decision about whether or not it would be worthwhile. Click the highlighted path to move to the tile. All right, shot preview mode will show the hit chance and time units cost of a shot from the end of the current position. Basically, if we're holding shift, we can give like a waypoint command almost. It's like, all right, we're gonna give him the command to move there, but it'll tell me how accurate is my shot gonna be from that spot opposed to from where I'm at now. From here, I got no shot, but if I hold shift, it'll be like, all right, if you move there, then shoot, you'll get 93%. Now you gotta keep holding shift and click the attack button to go through with the action. There you go. He went there and then shot for 93%. All right, we annihilated all the hostiles. Press N to proceed, baby. In turn. Oh shit, that can't be good. There's too many of them. Fall back to the next room. Order your soldiers to move to the highlighted tile. All right, we got to get our guy out of here. He's dead. Overwatch. These guys had time units left, meaning they will take the Overwatch shots. The soldiers have just been killed by the enemy Overwatch fire. If a unit ends its turn without enough time units remaining to fire its weapon, it may then perform Overwatch fire during the enemy's turn. Suppressing an enemy will prevent Overwatch fire, and flashbangs are a good way to generate suppression. Select the flashbang and throw it at the highlighted target. All right, so they want us to basically flashbang these dudes so they can't use Overwatch. That allows us to get out of there. Good, they're suppressed. That means they lose all of their time units for this turn. All suppressed enemy has to be suppressed. Suppress immediately removes all time units from the selected unit, which prevents them from being able to Overwatch fire, as they can no longer afford to fire their weapon. Suppressed units will also only recover 50% of their normal time units during a turn. So basically, they're only going to get 50% of this bar recovery. That's pretty good. Very powerful. An alternate way to avoid using soldiers is to use smoke. To avoid losing soldiers in Overwatch is to make them harder to hit. Each tile of smoke reduces the hit chance of a shot passing through it, similar to these obstructions. So smoke grenades are an excellent way to protect your soldiers. Select the smoke grenade and throw it at the highlighted tile. So we stunned them a bit and we gave them, there's a smoke effect here. So as you can see, each tile going through the smoke gives it a 20% reduction. That's huge. Good work, all enemies. Either out of time units suppressed or screened by smoke. Move your soldiers to the highlighted place to complete. All right, let's go. Move out. Regroup at the next position. We need to hold them off until the evacuation is complete. Well done, you have completed the tutorial. You are now ready to take on the alien invaders in a full campaign. Move out! Mission complete. Commander. Good. Good of you to finally make an appearance. Apologies for the delay. This place isn't exactly easy to find. Yes, I believe that's rather the point. Commander, glad to see you made it. Welcome to our backup facility. I had a command room and a cache of emergency supplies installed a while back. No getting around the fact that our new home is the derelict nuclear bunker full of 60s era junk though. Hope you can find with cold showers, cold food, and well, cold everything. You don't last long in the military if you're not. What's our status regarding the cleaners? Alright, relocating bought us some time, but they're still after us. If we don't find a way to eliminate them soon, they'll find us and start attacking here too. But they're not even our biggest problem. Indeed. My recent studies suggest once estimated mass is factored in, extraterrestrial activity appears to follow a mathematical predictable pattern. More precisely, exponential growth. And we're nearing the end of that curve. In plain English, the UFOs arriving in our skies will soon become to increase rapidly in size and or quantity. I doubt it'll be long until the aliens launch a full-blown invasion. I don't like the sound of that. How long do we have? Weeks? A couple of months at most? I suggest you make the most of it. All right. We're going to choose the location for our starting base. This is the most important decision you can make in XCOM. And we're going to make that decision on the next episode of Xenonauts 2. Alright, man. Dope stuff, man. Dope stuff. Dope stuff. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding. Alright, we're going to put our base somewhere in North America so we can get some decent coverage. You know what I mean? Maybe I want a lot of land. You know, I want as much land to be covered as possible. Maybe we'll go down in good old Texas. Or maybe we'll go down to Florida a bit, you know? Somewhere in Florida, maybe? Or maybe down here. This gives us New York. Oh, maybe over here somewhere. In Hawaii or something. Let's go to Cuba, huh? Let's put a base in Cuba. You know what? Let's put... Yeah, I think we're going to put a base in Cuba. Yep, we get the whole North America. Yep, a lot of stuff going on there. Latin America, huh? Yeah. Base name. It's going to be the DB4 1. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I just wanted people to be able to read that. All right, we got some research to assign, but we're going to get into all of this stuff on the next episode of Xenonauts. I don't want any of the time to tick off. This is day 1, 2.5 million funds. We haven't assigned any research yet, but yeah, this is Xenonauts 2. Dope stuff, man, dope stuff. All right, we're going to end the video here. If you're interested in playing this game, we got some information in the description box below. I appreciate you for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one. It's your boy DB4, and I'm out. Peace.